from the entertainment.
All right, welcome back to the show. You know, Jeetz, when you're in the room with a couple of guys, it just
Can beat the living holy hell out of you.
yeah, you just get the feeling, man. You just get the feeling. It's like, I didn't do anything wrong, fellas. I feel like I did something wrong.
We're stoked to have both Cody and Jeremy with us. Of course, they'll be on the UFC Fight Night card May 29th with the UFC. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Last time we should say, actually, there's only, Jeetz and I, we're new to Las Vegas. We've only been here like 5 weeks. There's only been one other UFC fighter in the studio, and it was the week before her fight. It was Miesha Tate. So we got some good luck going on, I think, in this studio. Man. So real quick, we'll get to you guys in a second, but did you guys, you obviously watched that fight. I mean, what were your thoughts there and your thoughts now?
Shocked.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, I thought Holm, doing her thing against Rousey was going to be able to utilize that footwork, keep her at bay. But Miesha Tate, dude, just bit down and went for it. And that's what people want to see. They want to see upsets. They want to see that shocker that comes in and upsets the world. So that was very cool to see.
Well, it's very cool to see for me, too, because whenever we have someone in a studio, whether it be a band or fighters or pro athletes or whatever, you just naturally want to root for them. You know, you feel just a quick little bond from having you in studio, so it was really cool to see her win. So I will also be rooting for both of you on the 29th, but I will say I'll be rooting for Cody a little bit more than Jeremy, because I tweeted him out yesterday, said we're stoked to have him on the show. Only my man Cody retweeted me.
Oh, man.
What up, Jeremy? All I get is a like?
Well, no, Jeremy's going to be like, dude, because I was training, you see, right?
I actually was, and then I had a long day yesterday. I trained twice a day, came here, got some food, and went straight to sleep.
I'm still rooting for you, but just about 20% more for my boy Cody.
We're gonna get some photos over here. We'll get some videos.
all right. Get a rematch.
What are you fanboying now? You're like, dude, can I get a tweet?
I gotta stay tight on my socials, son.
Cody, let's talk about your fight coming up, and obviously this is on FS1, so which I think is really kind of a great opportunity because it's everybody in the country and the world actually can see you. A little bit different from the pay-per-view events. Not that pay-per-view doesn't have a huge audience, because it does. But I was reading a little bit about you and talking about growing up in Ohio and fighting on the streets of Ohio. You don't really hear a lot about people fighting on the mean streets of Ohio. But what was that like growing up there? And I know that there was a little bit of an inspiration for you to kind of get into this.
Yeah, it's growing up in Ohio, it was tough. We always say, me and Jeremy was, talking about that Midwest tough, being from Iowa. So, a lot of blue collar people, genuine people come from there, hard workers, So it definitely gives me motivation from, where I'm come from to be able to do what I'm doing now.
Did you, was there ever a point in your life growing up where you're just beating so many people's asses on the streets, you're like, man, I got to start getting paid for this?
Man, there's a time in my life where I was always going out and, having to get into fights, and I remember getting stabbed when I was 18, and that was kind of like a turning point where I was
That's fighting dirty.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was like a kind of turning point where I was like, all right, man. I remember sitting down with my mom, and I was like, look, this, and she didn't want me, her child doing that and seeing that happening. So, I was still like, I just left college, and I was going out trying to figure out what I was going to do next with life. I was getting ready to go to, be a coal miner, and finally I was like, sat down, I was like, hey, I want to fight, I want to take this fight, to the next level. And once I cracked down there and, really focused on myself, I finally, made my dreams come true.
Yeah, I think the UFC pays a little bit more than coal mining, too, so I like it. Now, do either one of you expect to be stabbed on May 29th?
I hope not.
Yeah, we hope not.
Like, I don't know how dirty the fighter is.
Isn't that what those guys are looking for before you get in the ring, when they're checking everything, right?
If you go to Brazil, you might probably.
Oh, really?
Low chances are you maybe getting stabbed.
Oh, there sounds like there's a story there.
Jeremy, tell me about Brazil. What do you got?
Brazil's nuts, man. It's they're actually I really appreciate their fans. They're real loyal to their people. They're big sticklers on if you're American or an outsider. They're all about Brazilian. They're not cheering, but they love fighting, and they of course they show a lot of respect because of the history in Brazil But you know, it's wild. It's a tough crowd. They're definitely against you when you come over and fight a Brazilian.
Like what are like some of the nasty things you do? Sometimes you hear in these like soccer matches or whatever, they'll like throw batteries at the opposing players or urine or whatever.
Chop off heads.
Chop off heads in like a soccer match one time. The referee called a bad call and
they chopped his head off.
chopped his head off.
Oh Jesus!
Oh man,
Well,
that's a red
Cross
card.
soccer off my soccer off my
Things going
list.
on here in Vegas. I was just watching you guys' local news, and someone's head got chopped off over there.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, everyone's losing their heads, man.
It wasn't that girl we had on earlier, was it?
I
She
hope
said she
not.
didn't know who her bababy's daddy was.
Yeah, it
Oh,
might have
my
been.
God.
She
All
might
right.
turned into a human Pez dispenser.
Well, thanks for all the good news this morning, by the way. I appreciate you.
You should really write children's books.
Yeah, you're right. On a brighter note, what's the chick scene like? A lot of chicks want to bang you guys now. Is that the deal, or what's going on?
I've had a girlfriend for 8 years. I'm not married yet, but I mean, pretty much damn near. I have
She's
two
putting the
kids.
pressure on, isn't she?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Good.
So, yeah, in the future.
You don't want to talk about it?
No, I can't complain.
All right, yeah.
My box is full, you know. So that's
I love
Now,
that.
now, Cody, and I don't know if you want me to bring this up, but you used to actually date
Go ahead.
Paige Van Zandt,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which, by
That's
the
all
way,
flame.
I don't know why it didn't work, but I gotta say, I'm proud of you, boy.
All right, appreciate it.
Mad props on that, dude. Like, no matter what, here, give me nothing.
Oh, there you go.
But what I want to ask about you is you guys are in the same industry and stuff, and I know if like my girl was in radio, even if she wasn't on the show, like it's almost like worlds colliding. Does it get to be a little much? Where like you guys are both in the same industry, you come home, and that's like your whole life.
Yeah, it was kind of, you're around each other all the time. You're in the gym, and you go out, and that's.
I mean, is it better or worse?
I don't know. It didn't last that long, so I couldn't really tell you. I don't know if it was better or worse. I'm doing good, so she's doing good. I'm focused on my career. She's focused on the things that she's doing. But yeah, it was. I wouldn't say it was a little much. It was kind of, took it in stride. As it
Still
went
keep
on.
in touch? A text here or there, maybe?
No, not really. I mean,
Nah.
I've been seeing her in the gym here and there, but she's with Dancing with the Stars, doing her thing there.
Right.
You're not DVRing Dancing with the
No,
Stars.
Dancing with the Stars.
Well, me and you both. I ain't DVRing it either.
I was going to say, we're not doing that either.
Bullshit on that.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Oh, wait, you're saying I'm watching Dancing with the Stars? I
It's
strike
probably
you
the
as-
hair. It's probably the hair.
But you know what? If it comes out of your mouth, we'll just go with it.
All right, UFC Fight Night on FS1, Mandalay Bay, May 29th. This is going to be really unbelievable. I tell you, the UFC, we were talking about it last time when we had Misha in here. To me, it's right up there with the NFL because you guys are so noticeable now. And one of the great things is, when you talk about social media, what I've noticed is a lot of the fighters, this is a great way for you guys to get out there with your fans. You communicate with your fans. You don't really see that too much in the NFL. But, talk about your experiences with the fans because at the end of the day, when you guys are on the pay-per-view and you're champs and you're holding belts, you'll remember these guys and girls watching you while you were at this level, right? So kind of the experiences, do you have some fan favorites or people that always reach out to you?
I personally love meeting new people. Growing up in MMA and traveling the world, I've met people all over the world. Get to meet you guys, get to speak here, give out to the air. And like you said, as soon as you meet somebody, I met people on planes. I've got sat next to talk to them like me and Cody here. And next thing you know, they'll ask like, well, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I'm actually a professional fighter. And, they'll look at me and, I'm not bad looking. I don't look banged up or have scars all over my face. And they're like, well, you look pretty good. You must be pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, matter of fact, I'm flying out. I'm about to go fight. And then, maybe they'll watch the fight. They'll hit me up on Facebook. Like, that was amazing. Great job. We're actually fans now. We had our whole family watching. And now everybody from so-and-so knows you. And so it's good to go out and meet new people and interact with fans, whether they love you, hate you. It's always good to be noticeable and get that attention out. That's you get a short span in fighting, and just like in football.
Yep.
And it's just the best that you go out there and make every day your best day and have fun with it. And like I said, man, you meet new people all over the world. It could meet into new opportunities, bigger business plans for the future. And it's just something that I really like. It's pretty fun.
Cody, does it piss you off? I know you're a competitor and you're a fighter. When they say, they talk about potential and up and comers. Are you? It must just kill you. You just want to shake that,
And
right?
you're undefeated.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. I never, or that, hype train or whatever. I never was for that. I would go out and create my own hype. Let my actions speak louder than my words. and just keep busy, go out there and perform. That's what all I got to do. On the date that I'm given the fight, just go out there and perform like I know I'm able to, and But yeah, definitely, what do they call it, up and comer.
Yeah, you see that a lot, in all the promotion stuff.
Yeah, they try to blow it up like that. I don't believe, there's a lot of pretenders in this sport, and I'm a contender, so I just can't wait, to keep showcasing my skills. And I'm very fortunate that I got the main event slot here in Vegas against, tough Thomas Almeida.
How tough is he?
Not tough enough to get made out of the first round. I know that.
Oh, I like
to
that.
hear.
Jeremy, what do you think about your fight, man?
I just, like always, I'm gonna knock him out. This is a great opportunity. Hidden Barral's made a lot of noise in his years over the come, and it's a big name, and he's moving up to 145 pounds, where he claims he's going to be a little bit more healthier, and I'm excited for that opportunity to go in there and punch his lights out.
Awesome.
Nice. Well, I'll be at the fight, so just let me know if you need a pre-fight pep talk.
Hey, so when I bring you in after I knock out Hidden Barral, are you going to tweet that and be my boy?
Absolutely. Only if you retweet it out.
Basically, he's saying, so if he doesn't win the fight, are you just going to go away, or are you sticking with your boy?
No, dude, you came on the show. I'm rooting for you till the end, brother.
Nice, man.
All right, we're going to give some tickets away real quick. Can you guys hang out for just a few more minutes? I want to play a quick song. We want people to call 702-791-1075. We don't like to just do the regular radio crap where it's caller 10. We're going to make people work for these tickets a bit. So 702-791-1075. Jeetz, we should lay out for people what they got to do.
Basically, what we're going to have callers do is something we call better than buffer. So they're going to call up and do their best Bruce Buffer impersonation, introducing you guys, Cody and Jeremy here.
That's right.
And then based on whoever does the best, you guys are going to award a winner to come see you May 29th.
Nice, that's awesome.
Awesome. All right, so 702-791.